What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the recent news that we got for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So it was kind of weird how they did this. I pretty much just woke up this morning and saw that Cerebi posted a tweet saying that we were going to be getting some Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee news, and I don't think anybody was really expecting it, but it was pretty cool. It just came out of nowhere, and we did get some pretty cool things, so I do want to discuss that with you guys. Now after the new trailers came out, there was actually a whole bunch of updates that happened on the Pokemon website, and so that's what I'm going to be looking through here. There's a whole bunch of detailed paragraphs about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, with some new information that I think might have not even been shown in the trailers, so I'm just going to read through this and then give you guys my thoughts on it, but I'll also have it linked in the description if you guys want to go and check it out for yourself. Alright, so it starts off saying, as excitement continues to grow for the upcoming release of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee on the Nintendo Switch, it's time to take a closer look at some of the finer details of the world that fans will be able to experience when the game arrives on November 16, 2018. Although the storyline is the same in both Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, there are some differences between the two versions. Of course, your first partner Pokemon will either be Pikachu or Eevee depending on which version you get, but there will also be other types of rarities and Pokemon that you will only be able to encounter between these two games. For example, Pokemon like Oddish, Sandshrew, and Growlithe will only appear in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, while Bellsprout, Vulpix, and Meowth are only going to be found in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Alright, so in terms of version exclusive Pokemon, this is definitely what everyone was expecting. I think a lot of people were thinking they were probably just going to take the same exclusives from like Pokemon Red and Blue and just put them into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because Mr. Masuda did say that we were going to be getting version exclusives, and I pretty much figured that they were just going to take the exclusives from each Kanto game and put them in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That's totally cool by me. Now in terms of catching, it says, if you're familiar with the previous Pokemon RPGs, you'll find that catching Pokemon works a little bit differently in these games. As you wander around the game's world, you'll encounter wild Pokemon that are wandering around in the fields of tall grass. If you see a Pokemon that you want to attempt to catch, simply just approach it. Once you touch the Pokemon, you'll get a chance to throw Pokeballs at it in a manner very similar to the mobile game Pokemon Go. The wild Pokemon will move around and try to intimidate you, but make sure you don't get distracted. Just wave your Joy-Con controller with proper timing to throw the Pokeball. If you're playing the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, you'll move the system around and aim, and then throw the Pokeball by pressing a button. Your chances of catching a Pokemon increase depending on your timing and where your Pokeball hits the target. Throwing a Pokeball inside the moving ring will increase the chances of a successful catch, especially if the ring is small. The color of the ring will show how easy it is to catch the Pokemon, with green meaning easy and red meaning hard. Catching wild Pokemon will give the Pokemon in your party experience points, and once a Pokemon has reached enough experience points, it will level up. Your Pokemon stats will also increase when they level up, and sometimes new Pokemon will even learn new moves. You can make catching Pokemon even easier by switching up the type of Pokeball that you're using, or by giving the wild Pokemon a berry. If you happen to run out of Pokeballs, you can always buy more from the Pokemarts throughout the region, and you'll also be able to receive them by defeating other trainers in battle. As you earn gym badges, the lineup of products available at Pokemarts will increase, and you'll be able to buy better Pokeballs that have a greater chance of catching wild Pokemon. So this specific paragraph really didn't have a bunch of new information. They just talked about how the catching is different in these games and how it's similar to Pokemon Go, and then just talked a little bit about how you have to look for the rings and stuff like that when you're catching the Pokemon. So I guess it's just pretty useful for people if you've never played Pokemon Go, but besides that, this was already information that we pretty much knew from E3 when we got that live gameplay demo. Now the next paragraph here is about battling Pokemon trainers, and it says it's not just wild Pokemon that you will face off against in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but during your journey there will be some Pokemon trainers who will challenge you to battle. If a Pokemon trainer sees you in the field, it's time for battle. The battles here function pretty much the same as in previous Pokemon RPGs, so longtime fans will feel right at home. In addition to selecting moves, you can switch out a Pokemon if it's about to faint, or use an item to support it. If you defeat a Pokemon trainer, your Pokemon will gain experience points and you'll receive prize money and sometimes even Pokeballs. Alright, so after reading that paragraph, I can kind of understand what they're trying to do here, and because of how these games are an entry into the main series Pokemon games, that's why they're teaching here about battles and how you can switch out Pokemon and use items, because I was reading that paragraph and I was like, I already know all this, how you can get prize money and switch out your Pokemon, but now I understand, like, they're gonna go through a lot of the basic stuff here so that people who've never played a main series Pokemon games and are just coming from Pokemon Go have an idea of what to expect. Alright, so now we have some information about the Kanto region itself, and it says the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee game is based on Pokemon Yellow Special Pikachu Edition, which first released on Nintendo's portable Game Boy system in Japan in 1998. Like the setting of that classic RPG adventure, this game also takes place in the Kanto region, and it's amazing to see how it's visually evolved after 20 years. The Kanto region is filled with a lot of small towns, cities, and mountains, rivers, forests, and seas, and there are a variety of places to explore and plenty of Pokemon to be found in various habitats. You'll begin your journey in Pallet Town, a relatively small civic center that's also home to your friendly rival, who just so happens to be your next door neighbor. Pallet Town is also home to Professor Oak, whose laboratory is right near your home. The kind professor studies Pokemon for a living, and he gives you a valuable gift before you set out. Your Pokedex, a high-tech encyclopedia that automatically records the data on any new species of Pokemon that you catch. He hopes that one day he will see the Pokedex completed. Will you help him fulfill that dream? So once again, just some pretty basic information about the Kanto region. This is probably just helpful for the people who've never played through the Kanto region before, so you get introduced to like Professor Oak and Pallet Town and all of that. But if you already played through a Kanto game, then I'm sure a lot of you already know this stuff. Now we've also got some details here about the cities and Pokemon gyms, and it says after leaving Pallet Town, you'll eventually make your way to new places, including Pewter City, which sits afoot as a great stone mountain. This city is home to the Pewter Museum of Science and has many fossils that are on display. You'll also meet Brock, the Pewter City gym leader, who is sometimes referred to as the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. Pokemon gyms are places for Pokemon trainers to test their skill in battle. Before entering a gym, you must meet certain conditions such as having a Pokemon of a certain type or level. Once you qualify for the entry, you'll face off in a Pokemon battle in a series of challenging opponents, culminating with a battle against the gym leader in hope of earning a gym badge. So that was just some pretty basic information about gym battles, but I think it's interesting how it says you need to meet certain conditions in order to challenge the gym leaders. And I know in the beginning when we saw that E3 demo, it said like you had to show a grass type or a water type in order to challenge Brock, and a lot of people were upset by that. But then after reading it closely, it just said for trainers who've never challenged a gym before, so I thought like it was just something to help you understand about types, and like you wouldn't have to do it after. But since here it says like you're gonna have to have Pokemon of a certain level and stuff like that, maybe every single gym is gonna have some type of requirement, and that could be a little bit upsetting to some people. Like if you really want to make the game challenging because you feel like this game's already pretty easy, you might not be able to make it that tough if you're forced to have a Pokemon of a certain level before you challenge the gym, but we're just gonna have to see how that turns out. Now there is a section here that talks about how there's co-op play with these games and how you can play on the same system with 2 people, and how like there's going to be link trades and like Wi-Fi battles and stuff like that. I'm not really going to read that because we pretty much already know about all that information. They talked a lot about that at E3, but there is a section here about how you can interact with your Pokemon and how you can bond with your partner Pokemon, and I feel like that's going to have some new information with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, especially how they really want to have like that bond with the partner Pokemon. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so it says here, in between battling and exploring, it's a good idea to relax with your partner Pokemon. In Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you can enjoy a little playtime with Pikachu or Eevee and strengthen your bond with them. Your partner Pokemon will sit on your arm, allowing you to pet, feed, and even tickle them. Not only is this adorable, but there are also good things that are likely to happen if the two of you become closer. You can also feel closer to your partner Pokemon by dressing it alike. Yes, you can change up your Pokemon and how they look with various outfits, accessories, and even their hairstyle. Coordinate your wardrobes by matching their outfit to yours, or mix and match different items to give your Pokemon its own style. It's not just your partner Pokemon that you can interact with though. Any Pokemon in the game can be your traveling companion. When you take a Pokemon out of its Pokeball, it will walk with you to make your journey even more fun. As you explore the Kanto region, your Pokemon might even find hidden items. Some Pokemon will even let you ride them, allowing you to move faster around the Pokemon world, and it's a great way to experience the adventure with your favorite Pokemon. So here they pretty much just talked about the interactive experiences that you can have with your Pokemon, how you can dress up Pikachu and Eevee, how you can have Pokemon follow you, and how if Pokemon are big enough you're going to be able to ride them. So it's really cool. We saw in the trailer how you can ride an Arcanine, so that's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to see some of the other Pokemon that you're going to be able to ride. I think that's going to be a really fun feature of this game. Now in the Pokemon trailer, they also talked about how there is going to be trainer customization. That's going to be awesome. I really didn't think that was going to be coming. I thought that they wanted to make the game as similar to Pokemon Yellow as they could, so I thought they just weren't going to have any trainer customization, and it would also be more effort for them to create a whole bunch of different options. So it's pretty cool how they are going to have that in the games. So I tweeted about this on my Twitter, so let's take a look at my Twitter and see if we got any responses. I did ask you guys how you felt about the new information that we got about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So yeah, let's just see what you guys all had to say. I did tweet this a few hours ago, so I'm going to have to find the exact tweet right here. And just scroll down a little bit, and yeah, here's the tweet. I said, how do you all feel about the recent Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee info? Has it changed how you feel about the games? Reply to this tweet with your thoughts and you could be featured in my next video. So my man Slow Speedrun is here saying, inevitably it will bring the Pokemon Go community to the console, so I'm just getting ready to welcome them and answer a lot of old questions that they will have when the 2019 games will come out. It's going to be fun to see the excitement on this whole new generation of fans. Totally agree with you, man. I think that's going to be a ton of fun. That's basically the whole goal for the Pokemon company right now. They just want to get all these people who played Pokemon Go over onto their main series games. I think it's going to be a ton of fun when that happens. NV here is saying, from the moment that they were revealed, I love them, and while I don't fully agree with some of the decisions that they made with these games, I'm super excited for them. Every time we see some new stuff, I love them even more. It's definitely going to be a very charming game. Totally agree with you there. I think it's just going to be a fun, cute game that it's going to hold us off until the next main game comes out, which is going to be next year. Pokeworld here is saying, if anything is making me more excited, these games look more amazing, smooth, and fun to play. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Totally agree with you, my dude. I'm going to be getting the games day one as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. Scroll down a little bit here. Austin Hall is saying, the friendly rival disappoints me. I was hoping the return to Kanto would bring in the return of the snarky rivals like Blue or Silver. Oh well, maybe an 8th gen will bring in a good rival. I actually wanted to talk about this, but yeah, good. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I think that the thing with the friendly rival is that they wanted to make sure that the game is appealing to casual players and stuff like that. So that's why they decided to have the friendly rival. But I kind of wish that they did have sort of that arrogant type of rival that Blue was with like the original Kanto games. I think I would have liked that more. But yeah, hopefully they'll do something like that with Gen 8. Scroll down a little bit here. This person is saying, if I was happy at the beginning, now I have pre-ordered the game, I'm happier. These games look awesome. Yeah, a lot of people are actually very happy about them, so that's good to see. There's not a lot of negativity with them anymore. Trainer here is saying, nope, it's just Ruby, it's just red, blue, and yellow with console graphics. I mean, that's kind of the point of the game though. Like, they're trying to make the game just a fun experience that you can play on the go and appealing to casual players. But yeah, some people, if they don't want to play Kanto a lot, then they're probably not going to get the game. Steven here is saying, I've been on that Let's Go hype train ever since they were announced, and after this trailer, I just started enjoying the ride even more. So yeah, a lot of people just seem to be getting more and more hype after we're getting some new information. Matthew here is saying, it was nothing crazy, so not really. I'm still going to get the game, but it definitely wasn't an instant seller. Yeah, definitely here. I definitely agree with you. I don't think that they're gonna want to show all of their amazing things right off the bat right now. We still have a few months to go until the game comes out, so maybe we'll get a more like interesting trailer towards the release. But yeah, I definitely think that there isn't going to be a whole bunch of new things in this game aside from that brand new Pokemon that they hinted at. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. EF Anthony here saying, I've always wanted to ride Arcanine. That is also really cool as well. I mean, we saw that in like the Pokemon opening with like how like the Arcanine is running and how it's so big. I think it was always really cool to see how it would be like if you could ride an Arcanine. So yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit more here. Deciduous here is saying, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy these games quite a bit. I love Pokemon Go, and since these games are essentially a Pokemon Go RPG, I feel like I'm gonna like them a lot. And also being able to ride Arcanine looks really cool. Looks like a lot of you guys really like riding Arcanine. Link Master here saying, it looks great, but I hope that there is a good post game. That's also another thing that I really hope that there is. Like, I hope there's a lot of stuff that you can do after you're done the main story. And we'll finally read this last one here where it says, overall it looks good. I think that the game will be centered around making a bond with your Pokemon, hence all the customizations. Yeah, they really talked about that in that one paragraph that I read. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all your responses. I wish I could read all of them, but I do get a lot of them and I don't want to make the video too long. But yeah, if you ever want to have a chance to be featured in videos like this, then definitely just go and follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero. And so there you go, guys. That's all the information that we got about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited by all this information? Are you disappointed? Definitely let me know all of your thoughts on this down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. I'll have it linked in the description. We've got a bunch of nice people who are always talking about Pokemon and Nintendo, and I'm usually online talking about this stuff as well, so definitely be sure to join the Discord. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.